The Ultimate Disc Golf Show, Wednesdays on Comcast Channel 80. Your source for disc golf sports information, both local and national.
Join us each week for disc golf, ultimate, and freestyle tips and highlights. Oh, and don't forget the music.
We'll bring you tips from pros both local and around the state.
Check out the freestyle highlights, stuff you've never seen before. The Ultimate Disc Golf Show. Hey everybody, welcome again to the Ultimate Disc Golf Show. Now, Dale and I had a chance to go to Sarasota for the Sarasota Sky Pilots Open, so we have a lot of stuff, interviews and clips to show you from that tournament that a couple weekends ago. So let's just jump into it right now.
Hey, we're back here in Sarasota. Now we're sitting here, I'm here with Bucky again, and now we got Jaws. I don't know, Jeff Watson. If you guys remember, we caught up with him at the Canyon, and he had a pretty good round there too. He was battling for the championship. I think, Bucky, you were there also battling with these guys a little bit?
I was, and this is my first year being in the Masters circuit. For those of the viewers, when you turn 40, or in the calendar year you're going to turn 40, you can play in the Masters division, and I looked forward to having a chance to play with Jeff, because for the length of time that he's been back, I've really not had many opportunities to play with him. I've heard so many great things, and I know he's obviously a great player. I got a question for you, Jeff. Okay. It was pretty much a two-man race for this particular tournament between you and Greg, but what's the mindset? I know the one year that I won my first tournament that I noticed a significant difference in my focus level and how much fatigue at the end of the round on Sunday I was suffering from concentrating so hard. So how do you stay so focused?
Well, thanks for asking that question, Bucky, and Dale. Nice to be on the show. And I would have to answer saying that you've got to know the holes. You know the course or the holes that you guys are going to play. So that's going to alleviate a lot of the pressure. Certain holes are going to give you trouble, and you know that every time you go somewhere.
Very good point.
So the first thing is to be comfortable with yourself, no matter what you're facing and the difficulties of those types of holes that you're going to find yourself in trouble.
So you pretty much have a game plan going into it, and if the cart goes off the track, so to speak, you stay focused, one hole at a time, one shot at a time.
Basically, that's true. That's exactly it. That's it. What makes you? Why can you do that when you want to do that? Is it something that you decide that you're going to turn the light on, or are you going to turn the light off? Which one is it? So it is a 50-50, and it was very close between Greg and myself today. It could have gone either way. There's no question about that. The difference is that there's little mistakes that can make you, create that, and all of a sudden, it's like I'm struggling to get the first deuce.
Right.
And this type of course, this Water Tower Park course, it will challenge you when you're challenging yourself. It makes you throw it down the center fairway pretty much every hole on the back nine. So
now, in comparison to the course we played yesterday, which was the Sarasota golf course,
yeah,
and it's considerably lengthier and a little less trouble, so to speak, in terms of there's not very many tight fairways or things like that, but other factors come into play, the length, the different shot selections.
There's your power and force with the way these Frisbees fly now. So the dynamics of how they go so far allows you to really unleash on a course like that out there, when you're endless in what you can do until you get to certain areas. But you have all opportunity to learn to throw as far as you can when you play that course.
And how much more important is the putt? Because you played out there as well, Dale. Sure. And I'll tell you, the difference is that it's so long in between the time that you have to putt. Right. I think it puts that much more pressure on the golfer to hit that 30 or 40 foot putt.
Right. It was 15, 20 minutes ago, and now I'm putting again. It's what took so long. But yes, and there you go.
And they were very important.
And it's so easy to be distracted with that and go, okay, I haven't putted in 20 minutes yet. And you missed those putts.
Now you alluded to the technology and the different discs. What are you using right now that's helping you, like on here at Sarasota?
I'm an Innova player. I like Discraft. I like all Gateway. I throw a little bit of Gateway. I don't really play with it that much in tournament play, but I do like their disc. I'm an Innova player. I live in Sarasota. I'm 1980 and 83 World Disc Golf Champion, right here from Sarasota, Florida. We were self-taught players. Greg Hosfeld, myself, and my brother were close Frisbee golf friends. Tim Willis, who helps run a lot of these tournaments and these events that we participate in. The Fabulous Florida Tour, which I don't go to all the sites that they have, but there are numerous places in the state that you can go throughout the year, each and every year.
Now, now, not to interrupt, but talk about that for a second, because like I mentioned earlier when we were talking with Sean, who's the head of the Fabulous
Sean
Florida
Harrigan?
Tour. Right.
Sure.
Back when you played, I mean, it was truly pickup. I mean,
Absolutely.
the likes of what we have today is something that you probably didn't even imagine.
I throw a rock, a T-bird, and an AVR X. Thanks, Juliana.
Well, you know, it seems to work for you. Every time I'm seeing you, you're battling for the lead. And I picked you, I have to say it, I picked Jaws yesterday morning to win it. I'm sorry, Greg. I know you're sitting there.
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it, Dale.
The only reason I say that is because this is your course, and I think you were going to edge him out on it. If you guys were playing at the Canyon, I think Greg would get you.
Well,
I got to make the call.
Greg and I are even right now, 1-1 so far. So, well,
hey,
right.
Thanks for joining us, Jaws.
Thanks, Dale.
Great job out there again, and we love having you on here, man.
Thanks a lot. Welcome me back, and I'll be there.
You got it.
Okay.
We'll get you next time
Thank
on
you,
the
Bucky.
stop of the
Thank you.
Fabulous Florida Tour.
The Ultimate Disc Golf Show, Wednesdays on Comcast Channel 80. Your source for disc golf sports information, both local and national.
Join us each week for disc golf, ultimate, and freestyle tips and highlights. Oh, and don't forget the music.
We'll bring you tips from pros both local and around the state.
Check out the freestyle highlights, stuff you've never seen before. The Ultimate Disc Golf Show.